Yeah, me
from the
too. I
stories I
think it
got
should be
up
fun.
there.
Yeah, I know. I want to find some of the craziest ones and throw. I want to try to find some really good ones. All right. So, anyway, guys. So grab your iced coffees, buckle in, and let's see what this week in New England has cooked up. All right, here we go. We have sports gone wild. Young baseball. Oh, sorry. Youth baseball brawl in Massachusetts. A playoff game went off the rails after a bad call. Parents and players and coaches ended up fighting. Police had to break it up. This is nothing new, and it's actually pretty ridiculous. You go there, let your kids play the game. Do not interrupt the game, please. And how do you tell your kids to play nice when you're out there drop kicking another parent? Like, come on, be serious.
Imagine being, sorry, imagine being the poor ump. He probably thought, I'm not paid enough to referee grown-ups.
He's definitely not, because you're over there refereeing a wrestling match when you thought you was gonna be, taking care of the kids. And honestly, half the crowd probably thought they were at WrestleMania anyway. See?
Have you ever been to a youth game where parents lose it like that?
Um, n- Not really. Well, yeah, honestly, I have. Once a guy got tossed over arguing over t-ball. He was arguing over t-ball strikes. Like, you gotta be joking, right? Like, stop it.
Okay, okay, okay.
And then we got our listeners' question this week. Gary.
This- Okay. What's the wildest thing you've seen at a youth or high school game? Parents, refs, or players? Who loses it first?
That's for you guys. And now we're gonna.
We're going to head into Patriots fan fist fight at Gillette. A fan fight broke out in the stands. Security tackled them midsection. There's always one guy who takes defend the team way too literally.
Yeah, that's true. It's some people just don't they can't just sit there and watch the game. They miss their time, so they feel like they can just jump in at any time. It's kind of weird. They should hand out stress balls at kickoff though. Really.
If you're throwing punches over football, you've already taken an L.
You really have. Let's not even let's That's very, very true. And let's be real, Pat fans have seen worse. So, and we're gonna do it like this for the listeners. What's your biggest fan meltdown moment? Be honest. TV yelling does count, and we can. And let me add, you can add the Ravens and the Patriots in the Super Bowl. You can add that if you want. All right, we're gonna trade this shit over now to crime and chaos. A New Hampshire man threatened governor on Snapchat. He is an idiot. A 22-year-old bragged about making bombs and threatened the governor. Police showed up really fast. Now, after all the things that's going on, whatever. Imagine thinking a disappearing message means no evidence. Bro, it's the FBI, not your group chat. Get it together.
He was showing off tubes and fireworks like it was a science fair. Wrong kind of project, buddy.
What's the dumbest thing you've ever seen online that got someone in trouble?
um, I once saw a guy live stream his own warrant arrest. He waved at the cops.
Yeah, I've seen people like, be stupid, commit a crime, and like rob somebody, and then go right on live stream like 2 minutes later with the stuff they stole. So it's kind of stupid, but it is what it is. Listeners' question, please.
Have you ever posted something online you instantly tell us so we don't feel alone?
You might want to repeat that. You broke up.
Have you ever posted something online you instantly regretted? Tell us so we won't feel alone.
And we won't feel alone because I'm sure a lot of you have the same stories. And we're going to transition over now.
Boston woman charged in a 1 million embezzlement. She used company money for luxury trips in designer bags. I get nervous buying lunch on a corporate card. She bought Europe.
Oh my goodness, yeah. Some people they do get it. They don't. They don't seem to like. They don't. I don't know. They just don't seem to understand that there's like a trail and you can't get caught for this stuff. But I get. I get. I don't know. She's out there living like a movie character. Meanwhile, I'm proud when I just get a Dunkin' Donuts reward. Honestly.
Your voice is really low.
How about now?
Now it's better. If a coworker suddenly pulls up in a Lambo, check the receipts. Oh my
Yeah.
god, no.
You did
Okay.
not pay for that, man. All right. All right, and we're gonna go to our listeners' question. So this is for you guys. What's one suspicious thing that you would make you think someone's stealing money at work? Hmm. Okay. So September heat wave turns into storm. Boston part Boston and parts of New Hampshire hits 90 degrees Fahrenheit. Then thunderstorm flood the streets hours later. 1 minute it's a beach day, next minute it's Noah's Ark. What are we gonna do now?
That is so true. The other day it was 80, now it's like 50 out.
Yep.
I left the
It's
house in sandals, came home looking for snow boots.
yeah, give me a blizzard. At least one expect you to go outside. Oh, it says give me a blizzard. At least no one expects you to go outside. All right.
You skipped. You skipped.
Did we? Oh, only in New England do we carry sunscreen and a shovel in the same car.
Would you rather deal with a week of heat or one big blizzard?
Eh, give me a blizzard. At least no one expects you to go outside.
So, we're listening. Listener question: what's the craziest weather swing you've lived through in one day?
Huh, that's a good question. I've seen some craziness.
This is a wild Reddit story. Caught my package thief with a glitter bomb. Redditor filled a fake Amazon box with glitter and cheese to catch a thief. Thief moved out. Cheese and glitter? That's the suggestion. Oh god.
Well, if you're stealing someone's mail and open it indoors, then that's a lifetime mistake. So,
If you ever pulled a petty revenge like that,
yeah, I once parked just close enough to block a guy who was always double parked me. It felt righteous. It did. So here's our question, listener's question right here. What's your best harmless revenge story? Don't be shy. So, craziest things you've seen at work thread. This is another Reddit story right here. Reddit users share wild workplace stories from forklift race to candle grilled hot dogs. That's kind of wild. Um, so, every job you got, one coworker belongs in a sitcom.
I once had a coworker who cooked fish in microwave every day. Every day.
Yeah, I've had coworkers like that too, and it stinks. That
Ugh.
should be a felony, and it really should be a felony.
Yeah. What's your weirdest work story?
I saw a guy napping behind a printer for weeks before anyone noticed. And the thing is, the only reason why anybody noticed is because they ran out of paper. So, they're gonna check after that. They ran out of paper, so they had to. Anyway, so listeners' question, please.
What's the most unbelievable thing you've seen happen at work?
People actually work. I'm killing myself.
Anyway,
Yeah, but no, for real. Like people actually working is amazing to see sometimes. Sometimes it's just not something that happens all the time. So
no, it
it's
doesn't.
good to
I
see. But that is a
relate to
listener's
that.
question for you guys, though. All right, y'all. I think we covered a decent amount today. What do you think, Gary?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna try to make them as long as we can for you guys. But I think yeah, all right. We covered bad news, bad crimes, bad weather, and some beautiful bad decisions.
If this episode didn't make you feel better about your own week, I don't know what will. Especially the Reddit. The Reddits are funny.
They are funny, actually. Send us your answers for our listeners' question. We'll read our favorites next Thursday for sure.
Follow, like, and share because laughter's free until someone embezzles it.
Yeah, and that's it'll come eventually. And this has been two states,
One mic.
and we will see you next week. I was trying to get the cheering going, but that didn't work out too well. So I end with a laugh.
You know it's recording, so.